What's going on, mi gente? Today, Peru announced their official call-ups for the World Cup qualifying matches against Paraguay and Brazil. To start off, I gotta say, I was a bit surprised. In a good way. Now, many of you know that I think I've been very critical about what Reynoso has been doing, right? There are some new names that he's called up, and to be honest with you, I think that's good. I know a lot of you have critiqued why did he make the call-ups with 20-something players to come train in lavinotinoto and then not call them up. Well, guys, I'm sorry, but that's part of the process. He's got to call them up so he can see what they got and if they're willing or if they're good enough to be called up to now this, the important games, the qualifiers in this instance. To me, again, like I said, it's good. But what I don't like, or what I kind of question is, why didn't you call them up for the friendlies? Because I feel like you would have learned a little bit more seeing them in the friendlies, right? In these games, in these high-pressure games, well, friendlies nonetheless. But still, a little bit more, games. Now you got them in the qualifiers, and by all means, it's good. It's good because at the end of the day, Peru needs to start making some changes. But my thing here, or my one, I guess, thing that I would love to demand is that you actually use them. I'm not saying they need to start because I get that they are new to this process of what's going to happen in the qualifiers, but I think that you need to use them at some point, and let's check these kids out because it's still a worry to me that we have some older players. Again, I get that we still need these guys because of the experience that they have, because of what they can bring to these games of high intensity that actually mean a lot more than a friendly. One other thing that surprised me about the list is, well, the fact that, Christian Cueva wasn't called up, and I get it, there's been a lot of injuries at Alianza, and that's fair, reason why he wasn't called up. But if he wouldn't have been injured, would he have been called up? And I think so, right? I think so. To me, Christian Cueva still remains a top 3 player in our selección. Unfortunately, there's no one that can do what he does for our team. At least not yet. So right now, I'm giving Reynoso a clean slate. There's a new process into the World Cup qualifying matches, and I want to see what he can do. Point blank. I want to see what he can do. Prove everyone wrong, I guess, because we all want to win against Paraguay. Brazil, it'll be tougher, but we would love some points. Just show us that you're willing to take advantage of this moment and use those players that you've brought in. I'm not saying they don't have to start, but let's see what they got. Let's see what they got, especially now with Flores not there, Cueva not there, Reina not there, Lora not there. I want to see some of these kids. I want to see what they got. So all in all, I think it's been positive so far, the call-ups. Again, yes, there could be a name here or there that, we could talk about. I know people have mentioned Ruiz Diaz. It's tough for me. All of the last campaign for the 2022 World Cup, I said that he needed to be there because back then he was playing, he was scoring for Seattle. Unfortunately, since then, he's gone through injury. He hasn't been playing as much. So to me, that is a bother because I always feel that the best informed players need to be playing. No matter how old you are, no matter if you are the captain, how much experience you may have. I think that the best informed players need to be playing. So, I probably wouldn't have called up Ruiz Diaz. But again, the problem with Peru is the number 9 situation. La Padula was injured, had surgery. He's not making the first couple games. So who do we have? Realistically? Valera, he's been okay. Ruiz Diaz, been injured, not playing much. And then you have Paulo Guerrero, which by all means, he's been playing and he's been doing pretty well in Ecuador. But his age is a problem for me. He is now 39. Realistically, if we do make it, will he still be there for the World Cup? Will he be able to lead this line for the next couple of years? That's the thing. You know, one more little injury to him, and that may be it. Who knows? Because unfortunately, the time stops for no one and everyone has to age. If it was up to me, I wish Pablo Guerrero was 25, but that's just not the case. So, I know that Pablo Guerrero is a he's a necessity right now. And I get that. Because again, there is no other real good number 9s. I would have liked to see, Luis Iberico too. But we'll have to see. Again, like I said, for right now, I'll take this as a positive, bringing in some new names. We need to start somewhere. We can't just go and have Reynoso call up 23, 25, all brand new names. It just was never going to happen. So for right now, let's take the experience with the new, mix them, see what we can get from that, and we'll see in this process as some of the old guys, older, experienced players may fade out, may bring in newer players. But for right now, I think it's a good start. So let's go with that, and let's be positive. Thursday's coming up. Paraguay's first, so let's go. Arriba Perú siempre.